Oh, just check. All right. This is a whole prelim paper, similar to what you would see in your exams. So pretty much everything you're going to see today is exactly everything you will see at the end of your at the end of next term when you do your prelims. Okay, question 25, probability. That's next term. We're not doing probability this term. Yep, this one here, we can do that. The minute hand on a clock face is 12 centimeters long. So of course you guys know that's a circle. You've got an hour hand and then you've got a minute hand. The minute hand is 12 centimeters long. What angle does the hand move in 40 minutes? So what angle has it made in 40 minutes? So 40 minutes would be somewhere here. This is where 8 is. How would you work out what angle that is? Anyone have any ideas?
I'd start with 180 and leave it in a.
Say again?
Leave it. So 180, like half.
Yep.
From
and
12
then?
to 6.
Yep.
And you plus the rest.
So what is the rest? So you got it to 6. So what would it be from to 7 and then to 8? Okay, that's okay. Or think while you think others. Anyone can help us out.
It'd be plus 60 degrees.
How'd you know that?
Because each point on the clock is around 30 degrees.
You are absolutely correct. So 1 hour equals 30 degrees. And how do you know that? Have you memorized that or you actually understand it?
No, I just looked at a clock and I looked from 12 to 3 and then...
It's 90 degrees and then divided by 3. Yeah, that's perfect. That's beautiful. Or what I would have done is 360 degrees as well. So the whole revolution of a circle is 360 divided by 12. 12 hours, of course, equals 30 degrees. Each hour is 30 degrees. So what you could have done 30 degrees times 8 hours. Or you could have done what Larson just said, which is 180. But then the problem is you still needed to know each angle, each hour is 30 degrees. So add 60, which is still 240. It does say answer in radians. How do we convert from degrees to radians? We divide by 180. No, divide by 180 and then multiply. So the answer is 240 on 180, 4 pi on 3. Good stuff. Any questions? Okay, next one. How far does the tip of the hand move in 40 minutes? So that's trying to say what? How far does the tip of the hand move? What is that asking you to find?
Isn't that arc length?
Yeah, good job. That's just asking you to find this arc length here, which is simple. So you've either memorized the formula. The formula is L equals to R theta, which is very easy. 12 times theta. 4 pi on 3. You've either memorized that, or if you haven't memorized and you don't want to memorize your new formulas, which I personally don't, I just use circumference equals 2 pi r. 2 pi r is 12, times theta on 360. So it's really up to you. You got to make a decision. You're gonna learn new formulas. Great, that's a decision you make. If you don't want to, you want to use your old formulas, you can. You just got to know how to use them. They're in degrees. These ones are in radians. They give you the same answer, which is 12 times 4 divided by 3, 16 times pi. About 50.2627 centimeters. What area does the hand sweep? I think you guys again know. If you've either memorized your new formulas, which is half r squared theta, or half times 12 squared times theta. You just plug it into your calculator. Or you haven't memorized and you just want to use the area of a circle. pi r squared times theta on 360. You can do that as well. So don't feel forced thinking you have to memorize these new formulas. You don't have to. You could get away with your old ones. It's the same thing. Okay. Any questions about these or easy 3 marks? Okay. Let's do another one. All right, these ones, exponentials. We can only do it up to C. All right. The number of bats n in a park at time t years is given by the formula. Initially, there were 40 bats in the park. What does initially mean? Time equals what?
Like start.
Yep, so time equals what
0.
number? 0. Good job. That's what it always means. You got to memorize that. You're going to see that a lot next term. So initially, time equals 0. So therefore, if time is 0, it's saying there were 40 bats. That means that's n. So 40 equals n 0 e to the power of 0, because anything times 0 is 0. E to the 0 is 1. Therefore, how easy for 1 mark. How many years would it take for the number of bats to reach 80? All right, here we go. We need n equal to 80. N naught is 40. E 0.347 t. All right, we're trying to solve for t. So what's the first thing I've got to get rid of? Let's see if you guys remember your exponentials and log equations. What's the first thing you get rid of here?
The power.
Nope.
40.
Good job. So that 80 divided by 40 is 2. Now you're at this stage. So I don't like the e here now. What would you do to both sides?
Log.
So you're left with log 2. Now, log of a power, you can bring the power down. And then log e will just cancel out. And then you're up to this stage. You just want to find t. Therefore, t equals log 2 over. That was 2 marks. Answer to the nearest year. Please don't get that wrong. So just be careful. 0.347. Nearest year should be 2 years. It says 1.99 for those. Yeah. Last one. How many bats were in the park after 12 years? What do we do? What are we trying to find? What letter? How many bats were in the park after 12 years? What letter are we trying to find?
Yeah.
N. You know what n naught is? It's got to remain 40. 0.347. Come on, can these get any easier? I'm showing you full exam prelim papers. 2, 5, 7, 3. Round down, 2,573. Any questions? And I think Nikki, you've always been pretty strong with these logs and exponentials, so keep it up, because majority of Year 12 will be based on trig and logs and exponentials with calculus. So that's good that you know that. You really need to know it that well. All right. Our good friend Tan and trig, 3 marks. So now you know what's going to be worth a lot more than your other sections, I guess. Trig's worth a little bit more because a lot of students fail at them. And there's a lot of things in between. Left-hand side. Okay. A lot of stuff. So let's go to this. 1 plus tan squared, which is, unless you've memorized 1 plus tan is sec squared. All right, but assuming you haven't, then you'll just change it to this. And then for those who remember, the way I keep telling you guys, if you've got a fraction and then you're about to write over another fraction, don't do it. Just learn to write divide. Cosec squared becomes 1 over sine squared. And obviously, just so you know what you're trying to end up with, you're trying to end up with sine over cos. All right, let's do it. This bit. I would first make this to a common denominator. So I end up with cos squared plus sine squared on cos squared times cos on sine. And then you know you can't divide. So we might as well fix this up. Multiply by sine squared on 1. Anyone not understand this line? Sorry, my nose is blocked. I'm sure you guys can hear it. Yep. No, all good? You all understand that line? Okay, next line. What's cos squared plus sine squared?
1.
And don't forget, actually, you know what? If I was here, right, this is what like obviously your extension students and anyone that's like top advanced students that are looking at this and they know what they want, they wouldn't really waste any more lines after this, right? What they'll do, they'll just look at this for a second. They'll go, okay, that's 1. They'll just write 1 there. They'll go, okay, I know I need sine, so cos and this will cross out. Cool. And then they'll go sine and this will cross out. Of course, you end up with just sine theta on cos theta. Exactly what you know you need to end up with. And then they're just done. So they don't really confuse themselves by going and multiplying, expanding. They'll just stop for a second, look at it, and be like, well, I've kind of got everything. Just cross out. Because everything's multiplied. Other than this one, which became 1, obviously. So it wasn't multiplied, but it actually cancels out anyways. All good? Yep. Meda, you're fine with this as well, for example? Natalia, all good as well? Girls, yes? You feel like we can do that?
Yeah, I'm all good with that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay, that's good. 3 marks. Right. It's no small feat. Yeah, that's just a little bit of next term as well. Probabilities next term. All right. This one. 100% will be in your exam. Radius and centers of circles. So, what's the thing you've got to do with these ones? I guess starts with C. O.
Complementary.
Oh no. That's with trig. Complementary angles is trig.
Complete square.
Yes. Complete the square. So memorize that. Maybe put this in your booklets because 100% will be in your prelims. Hand on heart, 100%. Complete the square. Will be in there. This circle center questions will be in there. So the way we've been doing them, okay, was constants on the right hand side. See how I'm not even reading the question, by the way? I don't know if you guys are realizing. I don't even read the question. It's the stage I want you guys to get to. You pretty much just look at it and you'll know what to do. If you're ready, and if you practice it enough times, you've done enough exams, you will get to that. Just like your, I don't know, your L's driver's test, right? If you do it enough times, the questions just repeat. So it's exactly the same thing with these. So, anyways, minus 21. These ones here, we know we're not meant to have any numbers in the front. Actually, what should you have done instead of that? I'm going to just get rid of the 4. by dividing everything by 4. So, because he's got to be monic. That was the rule. Monic. Can't have a 4 in front. So minus x equals negative 21 on 4. I brought the constant on the other side and it's divided by 4 still. Anyone have any questions for me here? Because the next line I'm literally about to complete the square. No? No questions? Alright, here we go. X minus, what do I write here? And what do I write here? So what goes in here and what goes in here? Anyone remember?
Would it be x on 2?
1 on 2.
Oh.
You don't use x because you've already used x here.
Yeah.
So 1 on 2. Good job. And then this one here is going to be?
3.
3. And then what do we write here?
Half squared and...
Yes. Perfect. Half squared and 3 squared. Done. Good man. Good man. All right. And then add this up into your calculator. 9.9 plus a quarter minus 21 on 4 gives you 4. And then really you're done. What is the center? The center is at positive half. Don't forget it's the opposite of what you see. Negative 3. And your radius is the square root of this number. In this case it's 2. I know it doesn't ask for it, but we're going to sketch it anyways, just so you guys know how this would look like. That's a half. That's negative 3, which is there. Go up 2, go down 2, go to the right 2, go to the left 2. That's negative 1.5. That's 2.5. That's at negative 1, because minus 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Minus 3, you subtract, you get negative 5. And then really just a bad circle. But there it is. Something like that. And now, any questions about the completing the square bit now? No? Alright. It will be in your exam, so if one of you get this wrong, oh
Wait,
my
Sam.
God. Why? Yeah? Come on, tell me, yes.
When you move to 9, would it be minus 9? Or plus?
When you move the 9, would it be minus 9? Remember, I'm not doing it like that. I think you're still doing it your teacher's way. We don't ever do minus. Ever. On the right hand side, it's always plus.
But the minus 1/2, you moved in and became plus.
Yeah, always plus. Like I just said. Always. Always.
Okay.
Always. My way. You're doing it my way? Always. On the right hand side, it's a plus. When you're adding these.
Yeah.
Your teacher's way, because you guys are doing it on the left hand side, there are sometimes negatives, there's sometimes positives, and then whatever. So I just don't do it that way. If this makes sense to you, all you have to remember is on the right hand side, it's always plus. Plus a quarter, plus 9. Yes, because and because negative half squared anyways, just so you know. And then this one's 3 squared. So both of them are always going to be positive. All right, good. Any other questions? Good. Let's do it. This looks like Trig. Yeah. 3 girls are standing in the park. D is 30 meters from E. E is 50 meters from F. The bearing of E from D is 45. Okay, I stop. What do I do?
Draw a compass
Yeah,
from
right. Yeah,
D.
good. Yeah, good. The bearing, I draw it everywhere. You know that. Not just there, but everywhere. But that's good. At least we know. We stop. Once we see bearings, we just stop. We do this. That's the way I've taught it. The bearing of E from D is 45. Okay, once I know that's 45, I also stop and I just do a bunch of stuff. That's what I said to you guys. Right, so just doing a bunch of stuff. It's good to get used to that. You know, that's 45. That's all you know so far. The bearing of F from E is 158. Again, you know that bit there is 158, which means you now know this bit here is 180 minus 158, which gives you 22 degrees, which you see, if you've been doing it that way, now you know this angle, which is 67 degrees. If you know that's 22, you know that's 22, and that's it so far. Nothing else. Oh, yeah, well, you know this angle levels and help. Good. Show all the information. Done. Show that DEF is 67. Done. C. Show that the distance of F from D is approximately 47. Show the distance of F from D is 47. So find X. All right. Well, what am I going to use? I'm going to use... yep, I know what I'm going to use. What do you guys think? Which rule? Either the sine rule or the cosine rule.
Go